It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Houston Texans and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, I'd say it's a study in contrast. Young versus, well, let's say experienced.
And you are on point about that because you definitely don't say old now. That won't gain you any points, but you're right. You got one guy who's still kind of figuring things out. Still at that point where he's learning more with each game he plays. And then on the other side of the field, you've got a guy who's kind of seen it all at this point. Maybe his body's slowed a little, but the knowledge of the game, still top-notch, and he can win with his mind.
Toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Into the air right away is Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The Texans at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down now, it's Page trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Page, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff running through the middle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll run on first down. It's Page, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Page, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Throwing is Allen on third. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll go option to the short side. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 6. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Page.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes, right side. The 40. 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
7 yards there and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 15. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll kick things off in the AFC West as we check on Kansas City hosting Denver. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. The Chiefs trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Kadarius Toney up near 100 yards receiving with a touchdown as well. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Joe Burrow leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half. as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. It's Page, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away.
And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. So here are the Texans to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Allen run from the gun on third down. And he's got his man on the out route.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Page.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Page. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Page. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Here's Hallett. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Landry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Landry.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Allen going to keep it again.
And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting into your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 2nd down, Landry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Page, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Page, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 10. A minute 53 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Now Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Allen. And that is incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. Results with a 4th down.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go. Landry, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Page.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Houston, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they fall a game under the 500.